here we are. We're at 2007 now with Rob Zombie's Halloween reboot. Remake? I suppose you could call it either or. Rob Zombie's terrifying vision of the American horror classic Halloween is back and more chilling than ever. This brand new edition contains the unrated feature film with director's commentary. Thrilling bonus features include deleted scenes and an alternate ending, a second disc containing an exclusive 4.5-hour documentary, holy crap, giving a behind-the-scenes look at how Zombie created the scariest Halloween to date. The Halloween 2-disc unrated collector's edition is guaranteed to satisfy the most rabid horror fan. Alright, so, I'll be honest, I don't dislike this movie. I think it's very fine. Here's the case. I forgot my whole gimmick. And now, I really like this case. I really like the mask in this movie. And I understand what they were going for, trying to make it half a prequel, half a normal, not shot-for-shot remake, but, I mean, more or less, most things happen the exact same here. You get a backstory of Michael coming from a very broken home with an abusive father figure, I guess, because it's a stepfather, I believe. The mother is kind to him, but the sister and the father figure, not so much. And then his baby sister, who we actually get to see this time, she's also there, and I mean, she's too young to do anything to him. He starts taking it out on animals instead of people, and then he progresses to people. He goes from, I believe, his pets, who all get lost, to a classmate bully, to his father figure, to his sister. Maybe the sister and then the father figure. Anyways, he goes on a big killing spree. This section is dedicated to half the movie, and they have a weird use of the main theme. He's in detention and he starts running away, and they start playing the main theme. Which actually, I do enjoy the rendition of this theme. It's very odd. Very weird placement for it. In terms of Michael's look, when he's an adult, love it. Michael is so imposing. For these two movies, Michael is portrayed by the same actor. It's nice to see the consistency between 1 and 2. Also, the way he gets his mask is from his sister's boyfriend, brings it, and then he steals it later. Yeah, the mask gives him power. My biggest complaint with this movie is, it's a Rob Zombie movie, so you have a bunch of people who curse at everything and just very dirty-looking people. That seemed to be the vibe the entire movie went for. Otherwise, it's mostly the same from the original, other than obviously the gore is upped a lot. Otherwise, the story pretty much beat for beat is the same as the original, except for the intro half. It's a very long movie. I think it's still an enjoyable watch. If you have to pick one, definitely go with the original. Fun thing about this movie is that the actress that portrays Annie, Sheriff Brackett's daughter, is the same actress that portrayed Jamie Lloyd in Halloween 4 and 5. She's the only cast member to be in the original set of movies, and in this set. Fingers crossed she's in Halloween Kills, which, depending on when I upload this, it might already be out. One story beat that I really appreciate about this movie that they try to do different, and I feel like nobody ever talks about this, because it is honestly my favorite moment from the movie. At least this is how I take it. I could be wrong in this. 100% I could be wrong. There's a part towards the end where Michael is killing everybody, as Michael does. That's Michael's whole MO. But he tracks down Lori, his sister, from the beginning. And he has a picture of her. I forget how he obtains the picture, but he has a picture of her in his in the jumpsuit pocket. And he tracks her down, takes her back to the house, sits her down, waits for her to wake up, and he kneels in front of her, unmasks, and passes her the picture. She was the only one in his family that wasn't mean to him, other than his mother. She's the only kind family member that he has left. So he is being kind to her in his messed up way. She obviously doesn't understand that. She was just a baby. So she takes the knife and says, "I want to help you, but I don't know how," and then stabs him, which then spirals him into being like, "I knew it. Everyone sucks," basically. And then from that point onwards, he's after her to kill her. But before that, he was showing, in his own messed up way, love. And I think that is the best moment in the movie, and one of the cooler differences from the original that doesn't get talked about as often as I think it should. Otherwise, to summarize, Michael is really imposing in this movie, and that is a very good thing. Like, he's very strong, very tall, very scary in terms of that. It's very different from the original where it's like the everyman gone crazy. This is a monster coming after you. This movie, I like what it has to offer, but I still pick the original every time. That said, that moment between Michael and Laurie bonding, I wish that would have been explored more because I really like that. I think that should have been the main focus of the duology of zombie movies, but it unfortunately was not. And 2 goes in a very, very weird direction. Dr. Loomis in this movie, he is very kind until he's not. There's a complexity to the original Dr. Loomis that I think this one doesn't get. There doesn't seem to be a believable connection between him and Michael in this one. In the original, it's like, I want him locked up forever. Oh, he's not locked up forever? Okay, he needs to die. Only because he's my patient and I feel like I am responsible for him. This Sam Loomis, it feels like, I can't be bothered with him anymore. He's not going to give me anything. And then in the sequel, you see more of that. I don't like the Sam Loomis in these 2 movies. There's a lot to this movie that I know a lot of people dislike it. I think it has a merit. I don't think it's better than the original in most ways, in almost every way, honestly, but I do think it is worth a watch, and I do think effort was put into this one. The second one, however, nope. I think the tone of the movie is weird because I think Michael works better when he comes from a normal household and he just snaps, and he's just evil. In this, it's like, oh yeah, he's evil because ABC. The mask in this movie looks good. I like the design of how it looks when it's been in the floorboards for 15 years. I think that's a really nice touch. And its biggest moment for me is the compassionate side of Michael towards Laurie, because that was very different and something they didn't explore in the originals. I mean, you could maybe argue Halloween 5 had a touch of it, but I don't know. I like the way it was executed a lot more here. Anyways, thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe for more content, or leave a comment below if you want to air your opinion on the movie or what one's your favorite in the series or anything, any opposing opinions to what I have. I want to hear about it. Let me know. Family is forever. Alright, so we have Halloween 2 from 2009. This movie's not very good. Michael's design is different, but questionable. There's a line about Starvin' Marvin, who was the first Marvin. There's a very confusing storyline. Once again, 2 endings. There's a weird family dynamic, and they recast young Michael for flashback like things, dream sequences. Loomis is a jerk. Laurie's a mess, which I mean makes sense. That's cool. That's fine. She just found out her sibling is a mass murderer, which I imagine would do that to you. This movie has a weird obsession with his mother as well, and like weird like music video sections. Michael travels across where does he start again? Evil has a new destiny. Michael Myers is back in this terrifying sequel to Rob Zombie's visionary reimagining of Halloween, which grossed almost 80 million worldwide. Crazy how that was an achievement back then. It is that time of year again, and Michael Myers has returned home to sleepy Haddonfield, Illinois, to take care of some unfinished family business. Unleashing a trail of terror, unleashing a trail of terror, Myers will stop at nothing to bring closure to the secrets of his twisted past. The town's got an unlikely new hero, but who can stay alive long enough to stop the unstoppable? There's like a 25-minute opening credit sequence, which if that sounds long, it is really long. Like, you get really far into it, and it's like, okay, cool. And then they hit the credits, and it's like, oh, it was all a dream. Who thought that was okay? I mean cringy in a good way in this case, where it's like, the first time I watched it, I was like, ugh. There's a surgery scene in here that makes you cringe, and then there's a nurse that gets killed that makes you cringe. This movie's really dumb. Loomis is an absolute jerk in this movie, and he's mad about his reputation, and he's selling a book. Yay for Loomis there. Michael Myers talks in this one. He says, die. That's Michael's one word, is die. He kills Loomis, and then boom, 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 boom. He gets shot to crap. Or Laurie gets the knife and gets shot to crap. Just depends on which cut you watched. Stupid. Thankfully, the next movie, the next one, between it and 4, they're my favorite in the series. I wish I had more to talk about. 2009, Halloween 2, 4. Oh boy, I hate it. It's not as bad as Resurrection or 6. I think this one's at least popcorn entertainment, where you can throw it on and not pay attention and it's fine. It's not offensive, in my opinion. I think Resurrection and 6 are offensively bad. Anyways, I'm gonna go because I need to go think of better things than Halloween 2, 2009. If it was Halloween 2, 1981, that would be okay. Not this one, though. Stupid crap.